In this topic, we are now going to proceed and check out what are variables and data types in Java. Let us first consider an example of our country, India. So our name of the country is India, its GDP is $2.454 trillion, its population is 132 crores, population density is 393.0% per square kilometer, it is a secular state and the symbol of its currency is rupees that you can see here. Now if I ask you to represent all these stats with the help of Java language, so for that what you can do? Because this language is only understandable by us, not by Java. So inside our Java application, let us remove all these old codes. And now let us write all the data in our own language first. So name of the country is India. Its population is 132 crore 65 lakhs and 72,000. Population density is 393.0 per square kilometer. GDP is this much. Currency symbol is rupees and it is a secular state. Now the Java does not understand what we have actually written inside the main method. So for that we have to make Java understand that the name of the country is India in its own language. So for that in Java we have something called variables and data types. So this name can be converted to a variable and its data type can be the string. So any text in Java can be represented with the help of a string. So let us type capital STRING space name and instead of is let us use equal to. And now whatever text that we write in Java we have to enclose it within the double quote. So let us put double quote open and close and end the statement with the help of a semicolon. So string name equal to India, that states that India is a text of the type string which is represented with the help of the variable name of name. And now here for population you can notice it is actually a number. Now a number in Java can be represented with the help of int data type space population equal to this much and end the statement with the help of a semicolon. Now again here it shows some error, it is not a statement. Now in Java there is no meaning of using comma in between a number. So in Java this comma does not work. So let us remove all these comma and now we are good to go. So the population of our country is this much. And now just below it if you notice here we have a decimal value. Population density is 393.0 per square kilometer. Now earlier we had a number, so we used int. And here we have a decimal value, or in short it is a floating point value. So in Java we represent such number with the help of float space population density. Now here if you notice I am using population and soon after that we don't have any space. So also remember that whenever you define a data type followed by the variable name, you have to make sure the name is a single word. So for that I am using the convention as population followed by capital D so that it is now readable in nature, population density, and replace is by equal to. And then after 393.0 put a semicolon. Now per square kilometer does not make sense in Java. So here let us remove it. And here again it is showing some error. Now whenever we use the floating point value, we need to end the value with the help of small f or capital F. As per your wish, I am using a small f here. So always remember, whenever we use a floating point value, always end it with the help of small f. And now below it we again have a decimal number. Now this time I am going to represent it with the help of a double space GDP equal to this much value. End it with a semicolon and let us remove the text. Now in case of double, here at the end we need to write D. And even if you remove it, then by default this GDP will be double in nature, as compared to float where we need to write F explicitly, but in double we don't have to write any suffix. Now you must be thinking why here I have taken float and why here I have taken double, as both are decimal numbers. Now the reason behind this is that the capacity of the floating point value to store number is less compared to double. So a double can store a larger decimal number compared to the float data type. And if I am going to expand the GDP of the country, then it may be a very large number. So to store a very large decimal point number, we use double, and to store a very short decimal number, we use float. Now here just below I have currency symbol of our country. Now here the currency is rupee, and this symbol of rupee may not be available in your keyboard. So at present let us replace it by R, and just before currency let us use the keyword of char space currency equal to, let's say, R. Now this data type of character can only store a single digit or a text or a character. So here we need to use a single quote and close it with the help of single quote as well. Now notice here, in case of string we have a double quote, but in character we just have a single quote, open and close. Now here you cannot type multiple characters such as rupees or something like that, or a multiple number. You just can type a single digit or a single text character. So here I am simply using R. Now if you want to represent the currency of India, which is represented by this symbol, then you can simply copy it somewhere from the Google and can paste it here like this. But if you are unable to get this symbol from the Google, then instead of this symbol you can type backslash followed by U then 20B9. Paste it here and remove one more backslash. Now you must be wondering, just now I told you within the single quote I can only have one value, but here I am having the multiple value. So let me tell you one thing, whenever you see backslash followed by U followed by some hex value, then it is basically a single character, which in our case altogether representing the symbol of rupee. So both ways it is going to work. Now at the bottom we have is secular state. So for this let us define the data type as boolean space, and again the name should be one word, and here what I will do, instead of state I will use equal to, let's say, true. So this boolean data type can only contain the value of either true or false like this. Fine, since India is a secular state, so let us use true. So this is how we use the variables and data types in Java to make Java understand in its own language.